Hey, welcome to my channel. This is a 1 a.m. West Coast Pacific time live. I didn't expect anybody to join this, but I've definitely been feeling guilty that I haven't been able to show you guys or talk to you guys about 90 Day Fiancé quarantine. So I'm going to do those as live when I get home from work, and I get home from work pretty late. Okay, so hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of 90 Day Fiancé Quarantine. This is episode 1 and episode 2. So I'm going to pull up my notes and we're going to just talk about the couples that we found out about in episode 1 first. And if I'm missing a couple, please let me know down below or let me know in the comment section here. I'm probably going to have like 10 people watching this live. Hi guys, welcome. Those of you, tell me where you're from. I'm going to be also drinking this water. It is AHA sparkling water and the flavor is apple ginger. I don't think I'm going to like it. I just have no faith that I'm going to like this. Let's see what's up. Oh, there's the lighting. She just needs to get closer. Okay, so let's get real close and intimate. Okay, so, Las Vegas, girl, you are awake. Hello, Germany. All right, so let's start off. Speaking of Las Vegas, let's start off with Colt and Debbie. Okay, so it starts off with Colt and his camera. So let me back up. So the premise of quarantine is that there are no producers involved in the filming. This is all them filming themselves, either on their phone or on a webcam. Some of the scenes, it looks like they are being asked questions by the producers. So it's not all producer free, but all the filming is that themselves, and I'm pretty sure the producers edit them together. Mm-mm. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like it tastes like I want apple juice and it's not apple juice, you know? I'll finish it because it's cool and I'm hot right now. Okay. Ooh, Omaha, Nebraska, Toronto. Okay, you guys are awake. Kansas City, welcome. 20 people in the room. 9 likes. If I can get some more thumbs up, that would be awesome. All right, so let's just jump in. So Colt and Debbie are in quarantine. And Colt has been working from home, and Debbie has just been living her life from home with the cats. And Colt ends up saying that he is really grateful that they do have 6 cats. Now, I know there are some of you guys who love cats, right? I'm just not one of those people. And I've been into houses of people who own cats, and almost every single house I've been in has smelled of cat, especially if they have more than one. And 6? I literally can't imagine. 6? 6 cats in like a 2-bedroom townhouse? I just imagine it smells like cats. Anyways, so if we find out that Colty is a software engineer for slot machines, which are my favorite things, right? And so it starts off where he has a job, but he's just working from home. So him and mom and Debbie's talking about how to make the perfect scrambled eggs. And all I can think of is like Debbie is using a fork on what looks like a nonstick pan. And I'm just worried about the scratches on the pan. Those are the things that I worry about. Then he gets some bad news that he has been laid off. And so he no longer has a job. So it's just him and his mom and Debbie's paycheck. And maybe he can get some kind of unemployment. And they're just literally stuck in the house. Do they go on walks? Who knows? I mean, when you live in like a neighborhood, you can like go on a walk, you know? I don't know. We're doing it here in California, so I don't know. But like it's just so he dresses up the cats. That's what they do. They just put I mean, we saw that in the very beginning. Like that was part of his like thing in the beginning, that he's Sugar and Cookie Bear and like whatever the names of those animals are. And he's like, I can't imagine my life without the cats. Like they just keep me content and they keep me entertained because we dress them up. just like, it's like not sparkling apple cider. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's not. It feels like it wants to be, but it just has no flavor. Um, it's not. It's just like a not sparkling apple cider. Okay, anyways. So like I want some Martinelli's now, but it's like not Martinelli's. And so, Debbie is just like, things are out of our control, Colt. There is no reason to stress out about anything. And I'm like, that is the attitude of somebody who is like retired. Like, this man is in the prime of his life, has been divorced, called the police on his wife multiple times, owns 6 cats, and lives with his mother. Like, he needs to be worried. Apparently, he is online trying to find some dates, and I think that there's a market out there for women who really want to come to the US, or like really nerdy American women who like just don't have. I don't know. I don't know just the idea of living in that house with Colt and his mother is terrifying. Not terrifying, but it's just not something I would subject myself to. But I know that there's a girl out there who's into that, and I hope he finds her. Whew, Seiko, you're in Riverside? Girl, you are awake too. Good morning from Botswana. Wow. Hi, Seda, or Saida. Working overnights. You're welcome. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. We're going to talk about Courtney and this new boyfriend that she has from Germany. So Courtney went to go visit her new friend in Naples, Florida, and that's when the quarantine hit. So she then had to stay with him, and she only brought 2 dresses and like all of her makeup because her makeup is done in every shot. Listen, I personally think that Courtney is beautiful. I met her in person. She's tall. She's pretty. Like she looks really good on camera. I didn't talk to her in person. Chris talked to her more so than I did the next day. And she likes to have a little drinkies, but I don't drink. So to me, like everybody who drinks likes to have a little drinky drink, no judgment. So Courtney is quarantined with this guy who likes to think of himself as her boyfriend. She doesn't quite consider him such. And his bottom teeth have a lot of action going on. It looks like he was chewing rocks as a child and they just never got fixed. He's from Germany. He's living in the US and he owns a vaginal cup company, which pisses me off. Why is it that a man owns a vaginal cup company? Now, I understand that men own majority of the companies in this world, but like to see that it is a man who is trying to sell us vaginal cups, like it just makes me want to know the brand of it so I can tell everyone not to purchase it. So I don't know what makes his vaginal cups different than Diva cup or all the other cups. Vaginal cups don't work for me, or period cups don't work for me. So like whatever. There's 2 different sizes. She tries to make a joke about, which one would fit her vagina. And he's like, it's not about the size of your vagina. It's about whatever. And it turns out that they are not as into he's really into her. And I could see why he would be into her. She's beautiful. But she feels like he's always yelling at her and they're always fighting. And then he doesn't want to film that. So they're in the car and he's like, I want to meet your parents when the quarantine is over. And she's like, and he's like, you don't think that's a good idea? And she's just like, no. And it was so awkward. Like she refers to him as her friend. He really thinks that it is time to meet the parents. And he's not going to do much better than her, honestly. I mean, he might, but I don't know. He just seems annoying. Doesn't he seem annoying? There's something about him that just it just seems annoying. So, she's just trying to get him to open up about their sort of relationship, and I guess she's a brand ambassador for his company, and he won't actually tell her, like, he I don't know, it's like he doesn't in his mind, couples fight, and that's what they're doing is couple fighting, and she's just like, "No, like, we fight too much, it's too much." So I wonder what's gonna end up happening with them. I just feel like Courtney can't be held down because honestly, I mean, when did I go to this thing? Was that in October? Was that long ago? Or was it this year? I feel like I just saw her and she like she's just like doing whatever, living her life, you know? I don't know when that show was. Let me look at my phone. I don't know when that show was, but it feels like it would just happen and she's just like on to the next, you know? It might have been in October and I'm just like nothing happens in my life. So the fact that come on. Oh, I took my Wi-Fi off, that's why. Oh. Anyways, so I don't think that guy is right for her. And I don't think she thinks that she knows that guy is not right for her. Where the hell is this dang? When did I do that thing? I can't even find the picture. So I don't know when it was. Oh, there it is. Was it in October? Oh yeah, it was October. That's a long time ago. So never mind. Um anyways, so that's what's happening with Courtney and her German man. The next person is Elizabeth and Andre. And here's to Andre. Girl, they Andre took a shower. Okay, first of all, Elizabeth has lost the baby weight. The baby looks just like her father, and it looks like a part of his chauvinism was put on by the producers because like they're still getting along and she seemingly like, you know, tells him to shut up and they have their little spats and their little arguments and they go back and forth, but it seems loving. And even like they're on pillow talk and when Ash has his whole like men are from Mars and women are from Venus like seminar, even Andre was laughing. And it's like Andre was like our resident chauvinist. Like he was the one we were like, oh, he's a chauvinist. Like he doesn't like think women can drive. He doesn't think women can do a lot of things. And then we meet Ash and then we see Andre reacting to Ash and we're just like, I expected Andre to be like, that's true. And he didn't. He was just like, what? And he started laughing. So it was like crazy. Crazy. Oh, hi, Marilyn. Vicky Vale. Wow, Vicky Vale's in the house. Good morning, everybody. Um, so yeah, it's just like I think they're getting along swimmingly, and I was happy to see it. But Andre, I mean, he is a thick Eastern European man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's big bodied, and I think it's so hot. Like I'm so happy for Livy. You know what I'm saying? He's like the problem is that when he decides to stop working out and to like and he actually gains weight, he's going to be a large man. Like if he gains weight. But right now, girl, I mean, that's a thick body. That's a thick bodied man. And he takes video of himself showering and then even wiping his butt. And I was like, I mean, it was still kind of hot. He was like, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, I did not think that he was all that. Like, I was like, oh, he's cute. And then even his pictures, he looked cute. Like his pictures when they first met, like in Ireland and stuff, he was really cute. And when he got to America, I was just like, his non-working ass is just not cute to me. But then all of a sudden, girl, he was just walking around without no shirt on the whole time. I was just like, okay, 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 Libby's man. Okay. It was so great. It was just like, whew. Anyways, so that's Libby and Ande. She's not really working because her father's business has gone down, and so he's paying her half the amount. I feel like they've just had money problems since we've known them. Like they've just had money problems since we've known them, and I'm just tired of hearing about it. All right, so then we go to Annie and David, and they're doing great. I mean, really, they're the comeback king and queen because their time on the show, it was like the worst time of both of their lives. David didn't have any money. Like everybody was coming after him because he was like mooching off of his friend Chris. And now they're doing so well. Like Annie has her little cooking show that she does sometimes. They do cameos. They make, David and Annie are so sweet. I met them in October as well. And like they do cameos. I can't remember how much he told me, like a month that he gets just from cameos, but it's like a great amount, and like they're just really nice people, and I'm happy for them. Like it was nice to see them doing well, and they're in the Asian market. And he says that Annie has gotten some negativity about being Asian and having this be like, I guess, ground zero being in China. And I'm just like, but she's from Thailand. I mean, they do live in Arizona, so they live in a more conservative place. I'm not saying that type of stuff doesn't happen here in California, but I haven't witnessed it. And like, if someone did try to have that like drama at my job, like I don't like racism. Like when I tell you I don't like it, I don't even mean in like I don't like it a lot. There is this person at my job. I work in HR, and he complained on someone, and his complaint was so racist that I can't even like help that person anymore. Like, because I'm like, oh, you're racist. Like, I don't want to talk to you. So I like have somebody else help him. Like, I can't do it. And it's just like, I don't like it. Like, it makes, and I don't care who it's against. If I feel like anyone is racist against one group of people, I think that you're racist against all group of peoples. So like, I so I take that to heart. Like, I don't like that whole like, oh, I don't like this group. I like this group, but I don't like this group. I'm like, no. If you say one racial slur, you say them all. Anyways, so that breaks my heart that that people have said things to her about her being Asian and whatnot. Oh, rambling millennial. Are you talking about I can't tell you about my job. Just I could just tell you that like people are having like racist moments against Asian people because of this epidemic, this pandemic. All right. So that's all I can remember from season 1. You guys have anybody else you can remember from season 1? It sounds like they still rely on her dad sometimes too. Yeah, I think they do still rely on her dad, but like it's just so gross. Like when he's like, "Are you going to tell dad?" And she's like, "No, I'm not going to tell dad." I just hope he's teaching the baby Moldovan, or is it Russian? What do they speak there? Is Moldovan a language? You know what's funny is that one of the people from Project Runway was from Moldova too, and I was like, Moldovans are taking over the U.S. Anywho, 91 people in this room right now, 29 likes. Can I get some thumbs up before I move on to the next episode? Okay. So honestly, I can't remember who else was in that episode. So if you do remember, please tell me in the live chat so that I can go back to them. All right. So in episode 2, let's talk about Molly. So they have Molly do a brief rundown of why she's on this show and who her partner was. And she talks about Luis a little bit and how, she feels like she was being scammed from the jump and how she hasn't talked to him in years, quote unquote, but it's really just been like 2 years. And yeah, she hasn't had anything to do with him. Oh, Romanian in Moldova. Okay, Romanian. Excuse me. It's because of the sparkling water. Romanian? Romania. I don't think I've ever heard that language. I mean, obviously I've heard it because I've heard him speak in Romanian, but so interesting. Okay. So Molly is at her home and she says that, it's pretty scary because her business is in bras, in brassieres, and her bestie, who is also her business partner, have started to make masks from the fabric that they have in their home. I mean, in their shop, as well as they've been like going out buying filters. So they're making like masks that actually have the proper filtration system in them. So they're not just like cloth masks, So that's really cool. And they also did like a little fitting with one of their clients who lost a bunch of weight. So they've been doing like live fittings or like video camera fittings with people. They still have like an inventory. They have a bunch of inventory, but I think they make a lot of their money. I mean, I know they make their money in the shop, but they do make some money because they go on the road. Um, and they go to different not seminars, like conventions, and then they sell their bras at the conventions as well. So all of that has stopped for them too. So my heart really goes out to the small business owners. I mean, it always has. It's not like Molly was the one who like made me recognize it, but it hurts my feelings that like, and I hope they're getting some money from the show, but it hurts my feelings that she as a small business owner is being affected, and like I would like to go and buy some masks from her. So I'm gonna look on her website to see if I can buy some masks from her, because I've bought 2 pairs of masks from my friend Mina, who's a small business owner. Vintage Royalty on Etsy, if you're interested. She makes earrings, and last I heard, she worked in retail, so as her day job. So I don't know if she's still working or not. So I bought 2 masks from her. So I'm trying to buy masks from small businesses so that I could help them, just I need the masks. I think they're kind of cute, fashion statement. It would be great if they had the filter in them, but if they don't, that's okay. I could still purchase. But sometimes these masks be expensive, like $25. They better have a filter in them for the $25. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I love the fact that she and her business partner are doing that. And then we see her daughter, Kennedy. Is that her name? Kinsey. And she looks so different. I mean, she's grown. She's not a 6-year-old anymore. But is she 8? And she did a big chop. And then she looks different. So there's that. And Molly was talking about having a hard time school homeschooling, and how like she would be a terrible um, teacher, and how she doesn't know how the teachers do it. And I was like, oh, I'm glad somebody said that. Like, I think the teachers need more credit for all the work that they do. And even those teachers, I have a friend who's a teacher who's still teaching. She's doing it via Zoom though, and I'm just like, wow. I didn't wow, that's a lot to do it via Zoom. So, whew, good luck to the teachers out there, and good luck to Molly. I love also that Molly was not wearing any makeup but like lipstick and mascara. Like I love it when I can tell like what are the couple of things that make a woman feel like the bare minimum. Like I know a lot of women who are just like, if I just have a little lipstick on and a little like whatever, I feel like I've done something. I had a boss who was like, it's mascara. I need to have mascara on and shades. And if I have mascara on and shades, I feel like I look like I did something. And I'm like, what is mine? So I know somebody who's like hers is eyebrows. As long as she has on eyebrows and an eyeliner. I know somebody who hers is just eyeliner and a little bit of a color on here. Mine is just like, I feel like once I get into it, like I do it all. So like my bare minimum of when I'm filming is like concealer, eyeliner, mascara, a color, and a lip and a blush. But see, even that's too much, right? But I'm just like, if I'm gonna put on concealer, I might as well put on mascara. If I'm gonna put on mascara, I might as well do eyeliner. If I'm gonna do eyeliner, I might as well do a lip. If I do a lip, I might as well do a cheek. That's how far it goes. So it's either all or like whatever. Miss Sonia says that hers is a red lip. I know somebody else's who's a red lip too. Oh, mine is earrings. Need to have earrings. Oh yeah. I guess mine is earrings too. I don't do makeup at all. I must have earrings, and they need to be hoops. I feel you, Vicky. I feel you, Vicky. Brown girl reading. Oh my God, so many of you guys are awake. I thought it was literally going to be someone I did not know. I thought it was going to be like a bunch of people in Europe who I didn't know. That's so funny. Hi, Brown girl reading. I saw your latest post. I have to look at it. Oof. A book that starts with a P, Patsy, or something like that. Okay, so Jorge, lion ass George. Okay, so here's the deal. It's 10 a.m. Where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're someplace that's 9 hours ahead of me? I thought you were in the States. I mean, you don't have to tell me where you are, but like, yeah. Um, oh, you're in Normandy? Wow, I didn't know that. Huh. I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. I thought you were in the States. How interesting. Well, hello. um, yeah, James, I figured it's like 3:30 where most people are. Okay, so now we get to Lioness George. So George is in prison. He's in prison, as we all remember, for carrying 236 pounds of marijuana from like one state to the other. And I don't know, you guys have been following obviously my 90-day fiance, and George hasn't been in prison for 2.5 years for taking marijuana from a place that is legal in the States to a place that is not legal in the States. And I just finished having a whole rant about people being in jail. And my question is, to those of you who possibly are watching this and were like, I would never date somebody. Now, are you telling me that like you think that George shouldn't be able to be in a relationship after this? He's spent 2.5 years in federal prison. He's about to get out in a couple days. And there are so many people who are like, I would never date somebody who's been in jail. I would never date somebody who's been in jail. But this man, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't deserve to like. No, I should say this. Just because you say you wouldn't doesn't mean that you think that that person should not ever find love. I understand that. So I'm not even going to pose that question because I can't even say that you would think that. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't I don't think that George is somebody who he should be knocked off of somebody's list because he went to prison. Okay, so let me get back to it. So why this is why I say she's lying. Because one, he says that 2 months of him going into prison, and Fisa started to tell him that she wasn't interested in him anymore and she couldn't be with him. And then she just started dating somebody else and just like moved on. And that he kept trying to keep the love alive and keep the relationship going, but he couldn't do it. And that basically he went to jail because he was trying to appease her. And so he's like blaming it on her. And my thing is that George, you've been a liar since you first came on this show. So how do we know it was 2 months into it? What if it was a year into it and she realizes that she's alone and she can't be somebody's prison wife and she didn't want to sit on the phone with you for hours and hours and she just wanted to focus on herself. And nobody told you to lie to her about your lifestyle. And then when she got here, did something crazy, stupid, like try to carry weed from one state that's conservative and doesn't like weed, tried to do something like that. Like, that's on you. You made all those choices. Did Anfisa tell you to go be a drug dealer? No. Across state lines? I mean, this man could have just sold weed in New York. I mean, in LA. I don't know if he was driving from Arizona, but like, why did he get pulled over? If you know you got 236 pounds of weed on you, first of all, you should be driving a U-Haul and the weed should be hidden somewhere in the back. Like, there are ways to, I feel like this is, in my mind, George is driving like a little sports car. He smells to high heaven and he's going 90 miles an hour. I just think that he's not truthful. I think he's just trying to skew it to where it looks like, Anvisa's the bad guy. And I'm like, no, you catfished her low key. And then you went to jail. Like, if she doesn't want to like live that life and be your prison wife, then like, I think she has the right to do so. Now, on social media, she didn't move on until like a couple months ago. So I don't know how true it is that she's been like dating for so long. Like, how would he find out? Are people like writing him? Are people stalking her and writing him in prison? Because she wasn't posting on social media. I mean, not to say that like things don't happen offline, but like she's done a lot of cool stuff since him being in prison. And she didn't start presenting this new guy until recently. So I felt like it was a long enough time. Personally, what are you guys saying? Why was he driving cross states? I don't get it. I don't get it either. A couple months ago, she was talking to him on her vlog. It sounded like they were still together. Hi, Lucy. He wouldn't be the first for going to the joint for selling drugs. I know someone in the joint for 10 years. Like, people, I know people would get a longer sentence for a pound of weed, but to answer your question, he did it for Anfisa. He deserves love still. He'll find a 420 friend. Vicky Vale says he's always been a liar and prison has taught him to lie more emphatically. Like, I just don't believe his timeline and his story about the way Anfisa handled it. Like, I'm refused to be on his side about this. So he can try to get the sympathy vote all he wants. But like, he looks good. He's lost a lot of weight. Hopefully he's gonna come out and stop being a liar and stop trying to like get women based on material things and find somebody who like loves him for him, richer or poorer, and he won't catfish somebody from another country. And he even says that he's not really looking for love because he needs to get his life together. Like he needs to figure out like what he's going to do when he gets out of prison, where he's going to live, like all that stuff. And I think that was very like smart of him to say, because it's true. Like he can't be worrying about trying to be in a relationship right now. He needs to get all his ducks in a row and figure out what he's going to do for real now. All right. So Anfisa wasn't on this. I think Anfisa wants nothing to do with the show. I follow her on YouTube and she does not talk about 90 Day Fiancé at all. And part of me is annoyed by that because I'm like, girl, you have all these fans because of 90 Day Fiancé, right? It's not because of your like dynamic personality on your YouTube channel. Like you got these fans from your first season when you were like the craziest. But then as the season went by, she got less and less like crazy and then like stopped talking and wouldn't even really answer producer questions. Like, I mean, I guess she wants to like put it in her past and move beyond it because that isn't all she is. But like, even when she talks about it, she's like, I was on a reality show. And it's like, bitch, you're on the reality show. Like the ratings for 90 Day Fiancé are through the roof and you helped do that. Like, come on, be a part of the 90 Day Fiancé family. I want to see her. I want her to like acknowledge that like she is where she is because she went on the show with this idiot. I don't know. Am I asking too much? Maybe. People are allowed to want to move on. Maybe she can't say anything about a show because of the contract. No, I don't think that's it. I think she's just like over it and she wants to put that part of her life behind her, but she doesn't do anything else. Like it's not like she's a dynamic YouTube personality who posts a video once a week and this is her lifestyle. Like she literally doesn't do anything else entertaining. And it's just like I'm interested in her because I'm interested in seeing how somebody like truthfully I don't even watch her shows. I don't even watch her videos unless they're like, here are my workouts, and then I might watch a little bit of them to see like what kind of workout she's doing. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. I know that workout, but I don't know. I'm not watching. Or maybe when she talks about school, I don't know. I'm interested in that, but I can't watch a full video because it's just like, it's so boring. She's not dynamic at all. But anyways, it doesn't matter. No one has to listen to me. She doesn't have to listen to me. She can have her channel be whatever she wants it to be, and she can live her life however she wants it to be. I'm happy for her either way it goes. All right, so the next couple that we're going to talk about is Matt and Ala. I didn't watch their season, and the only thing I kind of remember from like watching it, like being at Chris's house when Chris was watching it, was that she didn't really like him, or she was like kind of mean to him or something, and she has a son already or something, and like it took her a while to tell him that she loved him. And I understand why, but that's kind of what I felt. Like she moved to the US not sure if she really liked this person. And it took her a while to get into him. And she was kind of like cold and mean to him. So I'm just wasn't interested in their storyline. The next one is Sasha and Emily. And it's like, why did they give us Sasha and Emily? Like, can we get what they've been teasing? Oh, Danielle. I forgot about Danielle. Okay, let's go back to episode 1. So Danielle, she is in Sandusky, Ohio. I didn't watch Danielle's season. I only watched it in like flashbacks and such. And sometimes the way Danielle speaks just throws me off. Like she is just from Middle America. You know what I'm saying? There is nothing besides her crazy love affair or her crazy love for Muhammad, who, like, played her for a fool, who I think is low key gay, or very least, like, definitely not into her. She says that her and Muhammad are still friends. And I'm just like, why? Is she delusional? Did she text him and he felt like he needed to respond to her, so he did? Like, why do they have each other's numbers? I mean, as much as she was like, he needs to get his green card revoked and how crazy she was about him, and like, it, I just don't understand why they're still talking. He doesn't even involve himself in the show at all. Excuse me. And I think he got in trouble with the show. I think the show doesn't like him or mess with him anymore because of some of the stuff that he did while he was under contract. But like, it just feels like she's kind of delusional. I don't believe that she's talking to Muhammad at all. Or I believe she text messaged him and asked him how he was doing, and he said, "I'm okay." And that's her saying that they're still friends. What could he possibly get out of being friends with her? What is so interesting about her? Also, she's, like, got 4 kids. 2 of them don't live at home. They both lost their job. She has a child that's, like, graduating high school. Then she has a son, and the son and his wife are living there. She's living with 3 grandchildren. I mean, it's just, like, a shit show in that house. I just, like, what does she do with her 90 Day Fiancé money? Nothing? She's does, like, home care, so she goes into elderly people's houses at night, and she works with, like, mental illness, or I think elderly people who have people who have mental illness. So she does one of those 312s sort of schedules, so she does, 3 days a week, and because of this, she's unable to work overtime, so, it's really eating her pockets, and I'm like, her son, like, stocks it's just so interesting the way she describes her son, not like, "My son works at a grocery store. My son stocks shelves at a grocery store." They're just like s I mean, it's almost like watching a non-funny version of Roseanne, you know? It's just like a whole life that I am just not privy to, and I'm just, like, looking at it like, "Oh, this is how okay." Does she not make money from cameos? I mean, it just feels like she isn't she's one of the most popular people from 90 Day Fiancé. Like, anytime they do any kind of 90 Day Fiancé anything, you can always bet Danielle's down. You know what I'm saying? Reunion show, fucking quarantine, like, whatever, Danielle's down, and I just, like, how come she hasn't taken her star power to where she doesn't need to work? I just, I don't know. And also, like, I'm just like, Danielle has 4 kids. Who's her baby daddy? Where's that man? I want 4 kids. I mean, I don't want them now, but, like I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Um, Beautiful Boy says Danielle is partly special, I believe, not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Muhammad is still in the US question. Like, I just don't ugh, it's just so weird. She might be in a lot of debt. Like, yeah, I just don't know. I just have so many I just literally have so many questions. So many questions about Danielle. All right, so let's move back to Sasha and Emily. I don't care about them. That baby's finally walking. The baby actually looks like the baby's age now as opposed to like a giant sumo baby. Sasha got really sick, thought he had the virus. He's still fighting with Emily, but Emily is fighting back. And yeah, I guess they're happy. All right. And then we have Alan and Kieran. I didn't watch their season. I think that Kira Liam is beautiful. She's stuck in Brazil. She went back to Brazil to visit her family, and then the quarantine thing happened. And so he was going to go to Brazil to meet them and hang out for 2 weeks, and then they were going to come back to the US. But now they don't know what's going on with that. I just really am waiting to see Pedro and Chantel. Like, it's like some of these people I could have done without. Can we see Pedro and Chantel? See what they're up to? Can we get I don't care about Paul and Russ. Um, but I know they're probably gonna show them. Who else in quarantine? I mean, I want to see what the Silva twins are doing in quarantine. So I wonder what I think there's 4 more episodes left. Oh my god. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you so much. Hello, where are you from? First time on your live. Uh Mohinish. I am I have a coworker named Mohini. Isn't that interesting? Mohinish. I am in California, USA. Oh yeah, Paul and Karini, because Karini's here. Oh yeah, Paul and Karini would be great. Yeah, Karini's here. She's been here for a while. Her and Pieri, and you know Paul and Karini. Anytime they have a fight, we see it. We definitely see it. Paul cannot help but put all their dirty laundry online. Poor Karini, but that baby is so cute, and also like how is it that that baby looks just like Paul? How is it that he has light eyes and like light features? Does she have like a light-eyed, light-featured person in her family for that to even come about? I'm actually grateful that he looks so much like Paul, so Paul can stop insulting his wife. And did they get married in the US? Like, is she on a spousal visa? I have so many questions. Is she gonna leave him soon? Who else are we excited to see? Larissa. What's Larissa doing? I know she's got a new boyfriend. Oh no, not a new boyfriend. She got back with Eric E. Eric E. I want to see what Larissa's doing. Um, who else is super interesting? I would even want to see like what what's her name is from before the 90 days. The girl, the French girl. I want to see what she's doing, what she's up to. Not the guy she was with. I don't care about him. And oh, Caesar. What is Caesar doing? He's not working. He can't because of the nail shop. I wonder if he's just doing tons and tons of cameos. Oh, Caesar's affected. He lost his job. I feel bad. They got married on before the 90 days too, I think. I want to know if Pedro is in lockdown with his in-laws. Michael and his 20-year-old wife. Oh yeah, Michael and Juliana. I wonder what they're doing. We have to have Cece and Max involved. Oh, did you guys hear the tea that Sarah like had a little bit of scare with cancer? I don't know if she's going through chemo. I don't know if they were able to do surgery. I'm not sure, but there was like a cancer situation with Sarah. So I hope that they're okay for real. Fala Carini, fala Carini, fala Carini, fala Carini, fala Carini, fala. All right, you guys. So we're 42 minutes in. It is 1:55 a.m. I'm not going to sleep, but I want you guys to go to sleep. So that is the end of this video. Vicky Vale says, remember the couple where the guy kicked out his daughter for his new wife and son? Where are they now? Oh, we all hate her. She would not come back to the show. The vitriol they would get. They were in Wisconsin. Eric and Lita is who you're talking about. Yeah. No. She does cameos. She has her own niche of people who love her. I don't know how anybody likes Lita, but she would never come back. I mean, she was like trying to sue people and sick her lawyer and like, nah. The hate for her, like people hate her like they hate Tanya from Tanya and Sinjin. But actually, I like Tanya. Even though she's crazy, I still like her more than I like Lita. Because Lita, like, doubled down. She never really apologized. She was just a spoiled brat and super mean. All right, you guys. So that is the end of this video. I'm going to continue unwinding, take this off my head. I'm laying in my bed. I bought like a pregnancy pillow, not because I'm pregnant, but because I want to be super comfortable when I'm sleeping. And so I can't wait to jump into it and just like wrap myself and like, it's so great. I have a hard time sleeping, and I even tried CBD oil. I tried Feels, the brand Feels, and I got like their tester, their flight of CBD, and I tried all 3. levels of CBD content and like or CBD levels, and none of them work to put me to sleep. So I have to like lull myself to sleep. It's so annoying. Like I have to put um, lavender on my nose. I have to put on an audiobook. I have to open my window. Like I have to like wrap myself. It is like ridiculous. Otherwise, I'll just be up like thinking. It's very annoying. All right. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share on any social media platform don't share a live. Who cares? Don't do anything, you guys. Just give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next week with a what now episode and a 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days season 4 episode 11. And God bless, I cannot wait until 90 Day the Other Way comes in. I have to do a 90 Day the Other Way video where I talk about the new couples. Oh yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited for the Jordan guy and the black girl. Yes, I'm so excited for Sumit. Yes. I'm gonna save it, don't worry. I'm gonna save this video, Margaret, don't worry. Who else am I excited for? I'm excited for a lot of people. All right. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body on time.